Well, I'm here today with my good friend Rob Cornish. Now, I've brought Rob along today because Rob has actually made over $350,000 since 2010 online. And I brought him here today to explain exactly how he's done that and some of the I'm going to pull out some of the secrets from Rob today because I'm intrigued as well. So Rob, how did you manage to do this? Because back in 2010, did you have like quite a kind of technical knowledge of internet marketing, or was you kind of like a beginner?
Very much so, yeah. So in kind of March, April time, that's when I kind of got interested. I was part-time and still had a full-time job, and I got interested in this idea of making money online. I guess the first thing I did was go to Google and type in how to make money online, and that's where all the problems started in terms of the information overload and just, you know, total confusion really of so many different avenues that you can follow. And you know, I went through that for months really and didn't really get anywhere, went round in circles.
Did you buy a lot of products then?
Yeah, not loads, not as many as you hear other people buying, but definitely I jumped from idea to idea, and I did purchase products that I just didn't implement, didn't use, and that kind of thing. So that was a big issue. And then I kind of had some small niche websites, made sort of my first dollars online in that way. In fact, the first dollar I ever earned was from a site which is about collecting vintage metal lunchboxes, would you believe? So in the collectibles niche, which is not something I recommend because it's not very profitable area, but nevertheless, you've got to start somewhere, and that gave me some experience. And then I got interested in sort of maybe creating my own products, and I've always been interested in the stock trading niche, or stock trading and the stock market and that kind of thing, and had quite a lot of experience in that. So that was the first kind of product that I kind of put together, and from there it's gone on to other things, into membership sites and different programs, but that was the kind of initial stages really.
Do you think that making that first dollar online was quite an important kind of aspect to what you did? Because I know that when the first money I made online, it was kind of like this. Up until then, it had been in the back of my head thinking, is this a scam?
Yeah.
Is it really? Yeah. Is this a real thing? As soon as I made like $10, $15, $37, I thought, oh, okay, I can replicate that. All I need to do is do that 10 times, you know, and I've made $300 or whatever.
Exactly.
And so that was, and as soon as I knew that, it gave me that kind of drive, absolute kind of tunnel vision, if you like, to carry on and just learn as much as I could to make it successful. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, there's a big difference between knowing other people have made a lot of money, and even, you know, they can show you proof, not necessarily on video or on the internet, but like live proof. But it's not until you actually earn your first dollar that you really think, okay, there's like a light switch that goes off, and you really, that's a brilliant thing. So one of the things I always think is that, you know, if you can get some early results, follow the process and get some early results, that's the biggest motivator to replicating that. The problem I had was that my first few dollars online were not easily replicable. So I couldn't, I'd made a bit of money, but I didn't really understand how I could replicate that into bigger numbers. So the most important thing, I think, is to follow, and I kind of learned the hard way, I guess, is to follow a process that will get you some early results, but then also you can scale up very quickly, you know, into bigger amounts of money.
So, you know, you launched a product, obviously. You said you did this thing. So how do you go about that? Because obviously, you know, you hear about all these people doing these big product launches and making all this money, and it's, I suppose it's quite daunting for someone just starting out, thinking, well, I couldn't create a product or whatever. Yeah. How did you do that? I mean, was that a very difficult thing to do? What made you take that leap from making a few dollars on a lunchbox site to thinking, right, I'm going to create a product and launch it?
Well, you know, I think yeah, no, it's a brilliant question. I think the thing is that you've got to have something to offer, basically, in the product, something of quality, and there's a process you can go through to build that. Okay, and you don't have to be an expert yourself. Although I personally, in that particular example, I've created many products, and that particular example, I'd had a long-term interest in that area and stuff. So, you know, if anyone's got interests or hobbies and those are the places to look for first, okay, in terms of selling your information and your knowledge. But there's a process you can go through, and consider yourself a kind of publisher, if you like. So you don't actually have to be the expert yourself. There's many publishers, traditional publishing houses, and it's the authors that they do deals with who are actually the experts, who know about things. Or a great example is Dummies Books, the yellow and black books, where the publishers themselves, the owners of that business, probably know nothing about anything that's in those books, right? Probably except for marketing, but they've got experts in from various fields to actually help create the products or create the products.
Or write the books for them,
Yeah, and then you do the marketing. So that's the important thing to realise. But the whole product launch process, you do see huge product launches, and certainly when I started off I thought there's no way I could even go near that. But the basic mechanics of it aren't really that difficult. I mean, you can create a product. It can be easily, just say a very simple one like an ebook, or in the case of my stock trading product, that was actually a kind of book. It was about sort of 40-50 pages long, I think, with some illustrations and some videos as well that I created, which is very learnable. It's not particularly difficult. But that was quite an expensive product, actually. If you want to keep it simple, you can actually create a shorter book as well, something more simple. And then it's a matter of actually marketing it, and you can do that in a number of different ways. So one of the ways that I've done it is through sort of joint ventures. So if you've got a product but you haven't got any way of getting it out to the market, then you could team up with somebody who has got access to the market, usually because they've got a big list of subscribers, and you can cut a deal where you get, do 50-50.
So I mean, it's quite interesting. You're talking about creating products, and a lot of people in this industry are kind of blinded by the quick cash. So they think, don't want to create a product, don't want to create an email list, don't want to create a business. I just want to do something simple like affiliate marketing, and I just want some quick cash. You've probably seen these types of people. You've spoken to them, and a lot of these kind of quick cash. You might have seen them on ClickBank or sort of hypey products. Which, you'll make millions of dollars by this time tomorrow. Just push this button and it will build the site and do all these things. You'll make all this money. And those sort of products are tailoring to those types of people. But I think one of the biggest things you need to take away in internet marketing is whatever you're doing, always try to build an asset. This is what I think. Always build an asset, because if you put your time, energy, or money into doing something, build an asset. So what do I mean by this? Well, if you're doing affiliate marketing, you should be collecting clients to basically building an email list of people or a client list, so that if you want to sell another affiliate marketing product, you don't have to go and find them again. You don't have to do the SEO again. You can just market to the same people again. It's so much more easy. Now, the interesting thing is when building products, I'm right in saying this, aren't I, that you're making money selling the product, but you're also building a client list as well.
That's right.
And I mean, you have an email list, don't you? And I have an email list. Most marketers have an email list, and the email list building is probably one of the most profitable things you can do. And the great thing is, with product creation, building an email list is incredibly easy. So just run me through a couple of the kind of benefits of having your own product, right from affiliate, having affiliates bringing all the traffic, 100% commission, and those types of things, and also giving a product away for free. Why would you do that? So,
right, yeah. So I mean, when we're talking about product creation, I guess you typically think of a product that you're going to sell. But it could be a product that is a 5-page ebook, a 5-page report that you give away for free on a squeeze page. So a squeeze page, or if people haven't seen these, they're just those web pages which you arrive at, and it's offering a free gift. You put your name and email address into the form and click submit, and you get the free ebook. So it's just it's an enticement to sign up to people's list. So, don't think you have to create huge products and do massive joint ventures or anything like that. It can be as simple as doing that. Now we can talk about traffic and so on, you know, in a moment. This is a sort of different subject, but the advantage is that you've created something which is enticing people onto your list. That's the first thing. Now, if the product's paid instead of giving it away for free, then what you're doing is actually getting proven buyers onto your list. So people who've actually not just after free information, but they've actually been, you know, willing to put their hand in their pocket and pay you some money, even if it's just $1, $2, $5. You know, I still sell products at that level because they're still buyers, okay, and they're still very valuable. So essentially, that is the main benefit, is that you're getting buyers onto your list, which are the most valuable kind of subscribers you can have, basically.
I think it's just quite important with product creation, because I think product creation is one of the most important skills you can have as a marketer, simply because, like you were saying, you know, you can use a free product to get people to join your email list. You can have a low-cost product. Like, for instance, I released a product called the YouTube Hijack. Some of you may have the course. And I actually offered affiliates 100% affiliate commission. So I said, you know, if you promote this product, I'll give you all the money. Now, a lot of people might think, well, you know, why did I do that? Because I sold thousands, literally thousands of copies of that product. Now, the interesting thing is, I made more money giving it away for free than I would have made if I'd kept all the money myself. Now, you may be thinking, why is that? Well, that's because, firstly, I sold a lot more copies than I would have sold if I would just been promoting it. So I had all these people falling over themselves to promote this product because I was giving them all the money. So I had hundreds of people promoting my product, driving thousands of people to my website, where I made literally thousands of sales. Do you think I sold them only one product? No. I sold them multiple products. You know, there's products on the download page. There's a one-time offer. They're on my buyer email list, which is why product creation is so valuable. You can get other people to do the work for you. So, you know, I mean, I mean, I know that you've done the same thing in your products. So, you know, a lot of people might be thinking, okay, so this is great. You know, you can, if you create products, you can give them away for free. You can give away 100% affiliate commission and get this army of affiliates literally to drive as much traffic as you would ever need. You can create more products which you can sell these people. You can also do affiliate marketing to these people. So then once these people are on your list, you can sell them other people's products. You can do, and then affiliate marketing becomes very, very easy. But probably the biggest question, Rob, that's probably on everybody's mind now is, this all sounds great, but how, you know, people will be thinking, you know, I can't create a product. I know nothing about, you know, whatever, you know, the niche I'm interested in, or, you know, I can't write, I'm no good in front of the camera, you know, I'm not an expert. I can't create a product. You know, I hear this all the time when I'm talking to people, telling them what to do. These are the sort of questions that people ask me, you know, and you've probably heard similar questions.
Absolutely,
So if someone's just starting out and they're thinking, okay, I want to create either a free product or a paid product, if I could just ask, you know, like for sort of 3 steps or 4 steps, if you just put it like that, what would you recommend somebody does?
Well, the first thing, I'll just recap very briefly on one point you've made there, and you made a very good point when you talked about the first thing I do is to say, why am I creating this product? Now, that may sound like a silly question if you've never, you know, what you might think, well, to make money, right? But actually, many of the products I create are not actually there really to make money in their own right. They're actually there to generate leads for my business. And this is the idea that you've touched on, where you said you can create very simple products. I've done literally one audio interview and sold that, okay, for an hour's worth of audio. It took me about 2 hours to create. Very, very simple. Anyone can do that. Or a couple of videos, or just a short report. Sold these at very low prices and given 100% of the commission away. And those are the lead generation products. So you need to make sure whether you're creating one of those products or a much bigger product, like a membership site or
a multi-module course.
Which might take you a few weeks or a few months to create. If you're starting out, my biggest recommendation is to create a lead generation product. So tiny little products, you can create these in literally.
That was the first product I created, was a lead generation product. So
2 or 3 days you can have this done, okay. And the advantage is you can give the money away to affiliates, but you get proven buyers on your list, and you'll make so much money on what they call the back end.
Yeah.
Okay. So the front end is where people are actually coming onto your list because they've purchased a product, and then the back end is where you do email marketing to them, often on autopilot, and that's where you make the real money. So the process I was going to go on to.
Yeah.
Did you want to?
So the back end, but that could be affiliate products, couldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't have to be. You don't have to make multiple products to start with.
Exactly.
Your back end could just be a series of affiliate marketing products. You know, things that you've found on ClickBank or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So it doesn't. You know, nobody was born with loads of products that they created. So just start with something that will get people onto your list, and then it's so much easier to make money because you can promote other products to them. And of course, the beauty of the list and why it is the fastest and easiest way to make money online, basically, is because even after people have bought, you've still got those names on your list.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes,
if you're not building a list, people are hitting your website, they're going off, and you'll never see them again. Or you know, they may come back, but 98% of them you'll never see again. So having that list is all important. But after you've decided what kind of product you're building, and as I say, if you're just starting out, I really recommend a lead generation product.
Yeah.
Then it's a 3-step process. Okay, it's research, outline, and create the actual product.
Would you recommend an audio interview product as a first product? I mean, do you think that's quite an easy thing to do, especially if you're not confident creating the actual content yourself?
Yeah, totally. So, you know, an easy. Here's a little example model. Okay, this is one of many ideas that you can do. But let's say you wanted to pick a niche that you didn't know anything about. Like, I don't know much about gardening, for example. Yeah. What I could do, let's say it's, I don't know, on organic gardening, something like that. Okay, I don't know anything about it. What I'll do is I'll go out and find 10 expert organic gardeners, either doing it for a hobby or doing it professionally. Or
how would you find those people?
Whatever.
What would be the best?
Yeah, so you could do that by doing a blog search in Google. So look for top blogs. Okay, if you go to Google, type in organic gardening and hit blogs. Yeah, you can quickly find some prolific bloggers or website owners that have a presence online. Another great resource is actually to look for authors of books.
Oh yes.
Okay, and you don't need to be intimidated by these people because they're the expert. Okay, and you're the interviewer. Yeah. And it's very simple to interview them over Skype. So you can actually get them on Skype. You can record the call. Okay. Yeah. You can edit the audio afterwards, and you can very easily publish that online using free or very low cost.
Like as an MP3 download or something. Yeah. And sure. I mean, are these people usually quite willing to do interviews? I mean, do they want to get paid or something? Or
no. I mean, my experience is, and I've done many of these. Rule number one is you never ever pay them. Yeah. Right? They'll very rarely ask for it. You might think, well, why do they want to do an interview? Well, it's for exposure. Okay, it's free advertising for them. Also, you can tell them, say, at the end of the interview, I'd like you to actually talk a little bit about your own products or what you're working on at the moment, or where people can find you online, so they can actually pitch there just for a minute or so. At the end, they can give out a web address or something. And if I find that 80% of people will say yes if you do that. Okay. Yeah. If they're still a bit on the fence, they're not quite sure, what you can do is just say, hey, look, you can have a copy of this interview yourself on MP3 and use it as in any way you like. So if they're an author, they might use it as a bonus on their website that they tell people about in their book, or if they're a website owner, they might have that thing set up anyway. Sure. Product bonus. And if you contact 15 people, you will get easily 10 that will say yes. So that's quite easy to do.
So you'd like if you do like 10 and then package them up into like one kind of product.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. So you at this point you've got 10. Let's say 5 or 10. It doesn't matter really. Yeah. You know, audio interviews, and you're asking these people kind of. How did you get started with organic gardening? What are the common pitfalls people have? What do you what would be the top 3 tips you would give to somebody starting out? Beginners questions that your audience would want to know. Okay, it's not very difficult to do that. And for an hour, if you do an hour audio interview, you'll be talking for 10 minutes and the other person will be talking for 50, providing you with the content. So that's brilliant. Package them all up on a web page, and you can sell that product. Now you might sell it at a low price, but then that's where you can do that thing where you offer 100% commission to affiliates. And you might think, well, how do I find the affiliates? Well, a great place to start is the people you've interviewed, because many of them will have their own websites or their own lists, or if
client lists,
client lists, or you know, or you know, whatever. Basically, they might run a local meetup group, for example, about that. They'll have people interested, so they can often promote your product. And you get this traffic just coming in. So you kind of outsourced your traffic. There's many other ways to get affiliates and all of that. And you know, you could talk for 2 hours about it. But basically, that's one of many models that you can put into place, and it just works like clockwork. So it's very little work, and you can really get that going. And that particular example is very good if you feel that the niche is quite new and you don't feel like an expert yourself.
I mean, I know personally from my own standpoint that when I started creating products, for me, you know, I was doing affiliate marketing. I was doing pretty well with affiliate marketing, but I think for me, when I started creating products, that was really the kind of where things turned around for me. That's when when I went from making, you know, okay money, I'd replace my day job and everything, but from, you know, I would say, you know, a couple of grand a month to, you know, serious money, life-changing money, was when I had my own products. And what I've actually found is the more products I have online, the more money I make. You know, and I have a lot of evergreen products now, so now I'm just creating more and more and more products. Some products are free products, some products I offer 100% commission, some products are high-end products. And for me, it's been massively life-changing creating products, simply because, you know, as I said, the more products I have out there, literally the more money I make. And now I'm actually starting to get into software products where you know, I'm not even creating these products. I just come up with the concept, I do the research, I come up with the concept, I get a programmer, I outsource it, I get some guy, I pay him about $500 to create these software products. I'm talking about WordPress plugins, themes, things like this, tools, and then I sell these products online. So this is something, I'm still learning. This is my next phase, if you like. And you know, I would say product creation is one of the top things that I do online, one of my top money makers. I mean, how's it kind of helped you with product creation in your business? How would you say, you know, is it?
Massive, it's huge. And it's not, you know, as you've mentioned before, there's affiliate marketing, and you're not going to want to create every single product that your customer would ever want. I mean, but, you know, you can create the products that you want to create, that you're interested in, and where you can feel you add the most value. But there's still affiliate marketing, which you can do at any time, of course, which is brilliant. So you can promote, these doesn't have to be information products, they can be services, for example. So you could recommend software products or online services that people will use for various things. Even physical products. So in gardening, for example, you know, you might want to become an affiliate for a gardening e-commerce store, or even
stuff on Amazon.
Even Amazon, you know, so there's a world of possibilities, but the key is you've got to build that list, and you do that with products. You either do it with a 5-page ebook product, which you give away on a squeeze page, or you do it with a small lead generation product, which you give away some 100% commission, or you can do it with bigger products as well. It doesn't really matter, but either way, it's a product. Okay. So I think learning product creation is really, really important. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of people get confused, but if you just spend some time and you actually understand the proven process, and you've got this proven process down, then you've got so much more confidence, because it de-stresses the whole process.
Sure.
So many people go into it with this great idea, and either it's poorly researched, so it will never work, so their time's wasted, or even if they do the research, then they don't plan it properly and do a proper outline, so they lose confidence that it's going to work later on. They think, oh, I'm getting mixed up and I'm not sure whether I've done this right. So you need to learn that proper process, which is not very difficult, but it's just that most people don't do it, and that's why you get so many people that have created products that just haven't sold one copy, you know, and there's nothing more common online than a product that's never sold anything. And it's a bit like, I suppose, authors, you know, how many people have started their life's work as a book but actually never made it past chapter 4, you know, it's just sat on the shelf for years. So if you want to avoid that, do it quickly, enjoy the process and make money, and build this you know, little empire that's going to grow and grow with your list, which is the most important asset. Then it's worthwhile, it's so worthwhile just spending a little bit of time just learning that process. It's proven, so you follow the steps and that maximises your chance of success.
Well, I think your process that you teach in your course, now, as I was very lucky, Rob last week sent me a copy of his new course, which is all about product creation. And in your course, you know, Rob actually goes through in great detail all the processes for creating products. Now, we talked about a small amount of his course today, which was about interviewing experts, and that's just one method. Can you just very quickly go through some of the contents of your course and what you know, what's in your course? Is it like a very expensive, big, sort of huge box set course, or what exactly is it?
No, it's a very concise course. Because the thing is, I've found that, and I don't know if people watching this have found this as well, but actually, we live in an age where there's so many webinars going on for 90 minutes, and there's extensive, 100 video sets, and there's just constant information all the time, and it just becomes so hard to digest. So what I wanted to do was kind of put all this information, all the experience that I've had, and just put it into a nutshell. Okay, yeah. So it's a really, really concise, step-by-step series. Yeah. Okay, and product creation's a big part of it, but what I do is actually broaden this out and talk about my sort of journey. So the product's called Newbie to 350k. Okay, yeah. 350k is the amount of gross sales, so total overall sales that I've been able to generate online. In fact, actually now it's closer to $400,000 basically. But it's 350k when I came up with the idea. Yeah. Anyway. So I talk about when I started and the problems I had, because I think that's really important too, because there's a lot of pitfalls you want to avoid first. So you can push this information overload to one side, get on the right path, and then we talk a lot about product creation. And that's for very, very simple products that you can literally create in an hour. Yeah. Okay, and put people on your list and start building your list, to more extensive products as well, membership sites and that kind of thing. Oh, right, okay. And we also talk about traffic generation as well, so multiple different ways of generating traffic that I've used. A few are paid methods, so where you actually pay physical money. Yeah. And other ones are free, so they'll generate you leads, but they don't cost any money. Sure. And that's important, I think, because we're all sort of in different situations.
Some people don't have the money to pay for traffic, but they want to know. Some people would want to know the paid traffic techniques when they get to that level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So somebody who has all day but has a very little budget might want to go for the free methods. Yes. Other people might want to do it the other way around, because they've got a full-time job, they've got some disposable income to invest in their business, but they've got very little time. And likewise, as you move forward, I actually started off with free
so did I,
traffic, and as time has gone on, I've moved a little bit into more paid traffic, but it varies. But there's a lot of rubbish talked about traffic as well, in terms of methods that are just
out of date. You see a lot of out of date stuff, don't you?
Totally out of date. Article marketing and this kind of thing. Yeah. And it's not very difficult, but there's you know, everything that I talk about in the course is stuff that I've personally used and generated, you know, thousands and thousands of leads from. So if you approach the whole thing as a business, then and as I say, this is really concise information. So I didn't want this to be like War and Peace and a massive multi-100
video course.
You know, there's too many of those out. This is a really
what you need to know.
Yeah, what you need to know, and it's the step 1, step 2, step 3, and you know, going through that process.
Now, I've got a number of Rob's courses, and one thing I've got to say about Rob is, you know, like you said, you know, he teaches you what you need to do, you know, the exact steps you need to take to complete the task, which is one of the things I like about your courses.
Thank you.
You know, if you're interested in Rob's course, I would definitely highly recommend it. Newbie to 350k, fantastic course. But don't just take my word for it. Click on the link below this video, and that will take you through to a page on the Warrior Forum where Rob's product is, and just have a read of some of the comments that some of the people on the Warrior Forum have left. There's some unbelievable comments there, and that just reinforces the fact that, you know, Rob's product is quality. So I'd highly recommend Rob's product. Go and check it out. Click on the link below this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you, Staar. It's a pleasure.